Hi, welcome back to TUTV. I'm Parker.
Hi, I'm Cloris.
So we are now back from that live stream we just did. Yeah, what was your favorite part of that?
The dad jokes.
The dad jokes.
Yep, they're pretty solid. I wish I could remember them, but I don't even remember the live stream, I'm gonna be honest. It's been that week.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mine was probably learning about the real life mascot. That was educational. That we're actually gonna bring the real hurricane to all of our football games now.
Interesting.
So, yeah, it was very educational live stream.
The real hurricane.
Yeah.
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 You know, for school spirit.
So. I feel so bad. Like, I seriously have, like, amnesia. Like, I just, like...
You know, I mean, that's how it goes. The audience remembers. We're just there
that means so
to
much.
read off the script and forget what we're saying immediately.
Completely. I am reading off of a script right now.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
Yeah, the script writers fell asleep. So, well, enjoy the rest of this episode. Not this part, but the one that's about to happen, and the rest.
Hi, welcome back to TUTV. I'm Christopher DePalma.
And I'm David Stump. We have some exciting stories for you this week, so let's get right into it.
French presidential candidates Emmanuel Macron and Marine Le Pen are leading the front rounds of voting in the French presidential elections. Macron, France's current president, had appeared to lead earlier this month, but with other candidates dropping out and the election continuing, the results are becoming unclear. Macron is seeking to become the first French president to win re-election since Jacques Chirac in 2002. While polls have been giving him a consistent edge over the field, the race has tightened significantly in the past month.
Elon Musk has been appointed to the Twitter board this past Tuesday after buying a 9.2% stake in the company. Musk shared in a tweet this past week stating, quote, "Given that Twitter serves as the de facto public town square, failing to adhere to free speech principles fundamentally undermines democracy," end quote. He then added, quote, "What should be done?" End quote. In addition to that, Musk has put forth efforts to adding an edit button to tweets, a feature that Twitter users have been wanting for a while now, according to an article in The Guardian.
The House committee, known as the January 6th Committee or the Insurrection Committee, are divided over what to make a criminal referral to the Justice Department of Donald J. Trump. The debate has centered on the idea of making the referral or deciding not to make the referral, which could create a lot of controversy. The committee's vice chairwoman, Representative Liz Cheney, said on CNN on Sunday that the committee had not made a final decision about them making referrals and downplayed any divisions on the committee, but acknowledged there was significant evidence of criminality. Herself, a prominent Wyoming Republican, Cheney said in a statement that, "I think that is absolutely the case. It's absolutely clear that what President Trump was doing, what a number of people around him were doing, that they knew it was unlawful. They did it anyway." End quote.
The district attorney's office in Texas said in a statement Sunday that it had intended to dismiss the case against Lizelle Herrera. Texas enacted a law in September that bans abortion after 6 weeks of pregnancy, using a novel legal strategy that empowers private citizens to enforce the law through civil litigation. This past Sunday, the district attorney offices states that this was, quote, "not a criminal matter," end quote. When prosecutors charged Herrera, they likely thought of the pre-Roe v. Wade abortion ban. This ban is still in Texas law, however, the law has not been in effect since 1973.
TU students, check your emails to see if you qualify for TU's Zero Tuition Summer Program. You may qualify for anywhere from 3 to 5 hours if you're a freshman or sophomore here at TU. or more if eligible. Please note that your statement costs will be sent to you, but will later be reversed by the bursar's office. You can review the list of summer courses at resources.utulsa.edu. Feel free to contact Sheila Givens at the TU Success Coach team for any more questions.
So, if you were going to take summer classes here at TU this summer, what would you want to take?
Well, as a game design major, there's this one class called the poetry of video games. And I saw the emails like, whoa. So, of course, I'm a sucker for writing and games, so that's what I'm going for. Do you have any ideas what you might want?
Honestly, I feel like I would need to catch up on some of the electives that I have to do for biology. I'd have to do something like human physiology, human anatomy, something like that just to keep up with it.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, I'd probably have to do the same. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, overall, I think it's a great option for the university to be providing for our students, especially to make classes affordable.
Yeah,
So,
it's really wonderful. But that's all the time we have for this week.
Stay cool. We'll see you next time.
Hi, welcome back to another TUTV interview. Today we are interviewing
Lily Hargett.
Awesome. Well, Lily, tell us some stuff about yourself. Like, what's your major, minor?
Yeah, so I'm a major in history and a double minor in theater and education. I'm a senior, so this is my last couple weeks of classes, and then after that, who knows?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Yeah. Cool. What? Where are you from?
I'm originally from Southern California in a really small town called Oakview. If you want destination-wise, it's an hour and a half north of LA and 40 minutes inland from Santa Barbara, but it's 20 minutes away from the beach, but it was far enough that there was always a 50-degree difference from the beach to there. But
Yeah. And so you just wanted to get as far from the beach as possible, or?
Well, I wanted to become more independent in college, and I knew if I was close to home, I would rely on my parents a lot more. But then they ended up moving out here and retiring, so I don't know who chose Oklahoma first, but it's a heavy debate between my parents and I.
Yeah. Huh. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a similar thing for me. Yeah. Huh.
Oh, very cool.
So how did you first get involved in TUTV then?
So freshman year at the activities fair, the director at the time, Alex, I was just crutching by and just was staring at the banner, just trying to figure out what it was saying. And then she just kind of sucked me in, and then I just have been here for 4 years. So
Yeah, nice.
yeah.
Yeah, so you got hooked. So what position are you in now, or what positions have you been in for TUTV?
So my first position at TUTV was technical director, and then I went to entertainment producer, then field producer, then senior field producer, and now I'm the live stream senior field producer.
Nice.
Yeah.
How do you think the live stream went?
I think it went well. I have loved planning the live streams. I feel like it was my niche here because I was the first person to be designated to plan live streams. So altogether with the 4 different ones I planned over the 2 years, I think the SNL inspired one went really well, and it was really great just to see everyone's more creative side than just more facts and analyticals. I know that we slowly started doing it with the Penguin Boy packages a couple years ago, and we were slowly make different sequels to it. So it was really great just to see everyone just expand and use their imagination more than just trying to focus more on trying to get stories across. It was just a different form of stories, and I really appreciated that.
Yeah, maybe we can start making some sequels from that live stream.
Oh, I think that would be great.
Yeah.
Just to see how far we can go. It feels like that soon there'll be a Dr. Phil kind of inspired ones with some of the ones that we saw last time. So I'm excited to see where everyone goes next year. Well, from a viewing perspective this time.
Nice. So speaking of, I guess, good TUTV stuff, what's your favorite memory, I guess, so far?
So far?
Yeah, at TUTV, yeah.
I would say the live streams, just because it's always it gives you a lot of, what is it called? Not, endorphins. I was supposed to say
Yes.
that's not it.
Yeah.
But then also I remember one of the off-campus shows that we did was the penguin packages that started Penguin Boy and everything.
Yeah.
I remember going to the zoo with my friend Bella, and we were just kind of messing around the whole time, but we got in for free and just freaking out about penguins for the package was really fun, and just watching all the different packages about penguins coming together.
Yeah.
And I was didn't know we could make so many packages about penguins, but it turned out really well.
Nice. And so then, I guess going forward, do you have like a general idea of what you're trying to do after graduation?
Yeah, so I was accepted into Teach for America, so I originally was
Nice.
going to move to New Jersey, but just for medical stuff with my knee right now, I want to defer that for a year and just try to find a teaching job in Tulsa and just try to, figure out everything with my knee, get that healed up, and then move out to New Jersey and teach out there for a bit. And then from there, who knows?
Awesome. Just keep going east. you
Yes,
know?
slowly I'll just be in the Atlantic Ocean, just floating out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. And then before we actually started this interview, I found out we both did scouting.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's pretty cool. You did that in California then?
Yes, I did. So I was a part of Girl Scouts up there. I got my gold award, and was like a national delegate for them for a couple years. So it's pretty
Nice.
fantastic. Yeah.
Sweet. Well, it was nice talking to you, Lily.
Yes. Thank you for having me.
Awesome. Enjoy the rest of the show.
No sports.
Hello and welcome back to TUTV Sports. I'm Sam Moody.
I'm Christopher DePalma. We've got some exciting news this week, so let's get right into them.
Scottie Scheffler won the 2022 Masters tournament that concluded last Sunday, finishing with a score of 10 under. Scheffler came into the Masters ranked first in the world and had 3 wins on the season. Scheffler finished the first day tied for third, 2 strokes behind the leader. He hit a 67 on the second day to rocket up to first and hold a 5-stroke lead, a lead that he wouldn't give up for the remainder of the tournament. Rory McIlroy hit a 64 in the final round, a stroke off the course record for Augusta National. Tiger Woods made his long-awaited return, making the cut after the second day before hitting 78 each of the last 2 days to finish in 47th place.
Big 12 Commissioner Bob Bowlesby announced that he will resign last Tuesday. Bowlesby first stepped into the role in 2012 following a round of conference realignment in 2010 and 11 and saw the Big 12 lose 4 teams and gain 2 teams. The past year has been seen the Big 12 rocked by the announcement by football powerhouses Oklahoma and Texas that they are leaving for the SEC in 2025. To replace the 2 teams, the Big 12 announced the additions of Houston, Cincinnati, UCF, and BYU. Bowlesby said, quote, "Given the major issues that college sports in general and the Big 12 specifically will address in the next several years, I've reached a natural transition point in my tenure as commissioner, as well as in my career," end quote. Bowlesby will stay in his position until a new commissioner is announced.
Well, Tulsa men's tennis lost to conference opponent USF 3-4 last Sunday. TU was ranked 40th in the most recent ITA rankings, while USF was at 51st. Tulsa won the doubles point with wins at the first and third spot. USF came surging back to begin the singles matches, winning the first 3 singles matches to take a 3-1 lead. Tulsa's Cody Pearson won at the first singles spots, and Adam Gaber won at the 5th spot to help Tulsa tie the duel. USF's Antonio Muniz won in 3 sets at the 3rd spot to give USF the victory. The loss pushes Tulsa to a 5-game losing streak.
Tulsa women's tennis lost 0-4 to 19th-ranked UCF. TU swept North Texas the day before, which marked Tulsa's 3rd straight win. Tulsa and UCF split the first 2 double sets before UCF won at the first double spot to give UCF the doubles point. Moving into singles, UCF was able to quickly clinch the victory. UCF won in straight sets in the order of 4th, 6th, and 3rd singles spot to cement the 4-0 victory. Lily Hutchings and Ana Naranjo Martinez win in doubles improved their records to 13-3. Tulsa plays next this Friday at home against Denver.
Tulsa softball lost 0-9 at Oklahoma last Wednesday. OU came into the game with a 32-0 record and is ranked first in the nation. Samantha Pochop was the starting pitcher for Tulsa, allowing 8 runs in 2.1 innings before Sarah Yamas-Howell pitched the remaining 1.2 innings. For OU, Nicole May pitched a 5-inning shutout. OU scored 1 run in the first, 3 in the second, 4 in the third, and 1 in the fourth, leading to a run rule victory. Usually a power-hitting team, OU only had 1 double and no home runs, instead winning with 10 hits and 5 stolen bases. Tulsa returns to conference play at Memphis this Thursday. Well, the Masters are finally back, but it looks like our conference will be losing at least 3 teams to the Big 12 in this huge shakeup. What do you think about that?
I'm a little sad, I'll be honest. I had high hopes, but we've done pretty good so far. I mean, to be fair, what
Yeah.
do you think?
Well, Houston and Cincinnati are both powerhouse teams. Cincinnati was, I'm pretty sure, ranked in football last season, so maybe it'll make it a little bit easier, but time will tell. That's all we got today for sports. Thanks for watching.
The news can be a lot. It's always great to be a good citizen and be informed about the situations going on in your community or your world. But we have to remember to take care of ourselves and our well-being to maintain our sanity. In an article published by Danielle Render, a highly respected psychologist and professor from Mercer University, she and her colleagues suggest that, due to us living in the information age, we are constantly surrounded by quite frankly terrifying news at all times. With phones and the internet being more accessible than ever, information can be shared instantaneously, and it can be very hard to avoid. A quote in that article states that, more specifically, research is finding that the bombardment of traumatic materials in the media can lead observers to experience anxiety, difficulties in coping, immense fear, and feelings of helplessness, and in some cases even PTSD. So, that begs the question of, how do we cope with bad news, or news we didn't want to hear but heard anyways? Of course, you can turn your phone off, and your TV off, and your internet off, and disconnect from the world entirely by living off of the grid. Of course, this may be ideal for someone who wants to do that, but isolating yourself may not be the best way for you to cope with bad news. So I propose to you things Jono does to stay calm. I recognize not everyone is me, and some of these strategies may or may not work for you. But these tips and tricks can serve as a baseline for you and your coping methods. One of my favorite things to do when hearing bad news is to take a nap. Some of you may think I'm trying to be funny, but I am very serious. Hearing news that is hard to hear is very tiring to most people, and you need to be able to put yourself first and recharge however you need to. Whether it be having a good, hearty, healthy meal, meditating, or spending time with your friends or family, you need to first and foremost keep your sanity in any way necessary. Another thing I like to do is to try to do something about the problem if I'm able to. Some may think this is counterproductive, but even if it's a small thing such as reposting information on your Instagram story or giving back to your community by volunteering or donating, this can serve as a catalyst for some amazing conversations or movements that can be held in your community. Lastly, don't be afraid to talk to someone about it. If you have someone in your life that you know you can talk to about anything, then I urge you to do that. During that conversation, pour out your feelings about the particular event and maybe discuss other ways of coping with your friend who knows you as an individual. When you're stressed out due to a traumatic event, you're not in your best state of mind, and having that friend there to bring you back down to earth and help you make sense of all the events you're experiencing is a great way to formulate a plan of action in the event that something like this happens again. Another thing to keep in mind is that if you are a TU student, programs such as CAPS and CAN Cares are here to help you if you're going through a hard time. Once again, I'm John O'Rice, and have a great day.
Hello, I'm Jacob Gailey.
And I'm Sam Moody. We got a fresh batch of stories for you guys, so listen up.
Reese Witherspoon has gained the film rights to Dolly Parton's newest book. Parton's best-selling novel she co-wrote with James Patterson, titled Run, Rose, Run, was published in March and follows a bond between an aspiring country singer and a retired country superstar. Witherspoon noted her excitement to produce the film, saying, quote, "My admiration for her grew to even greater heights when reading Run, Rose, Run. A gripping and heartbreaking book I couldn't put down. I couldn't feel more honored to be working alongside her and James to bring this remarkable story to the screen," end quote.
Actress Amanda Bynes is freed from her conservatorship after nearly 9 years. Bynes was put under conservatorship in 2012 following mental health and substance abuse issues. The decision comes after the actress's mother, Lynn Bynes, submitted a declaration of support for Amanda's request to terminate her conservatorship earlier this month. Her mother explained that her decision to support Amanda was, quote, in light of and solely based on the capacity declaration, end quote.
The filming of Sylvester Stallone's new series, Tulsa King, has begun filming in Tulsa this month. Tulsa King is a series based on a New York mafia member who is released from prison after 25 years and is exiled by his boss to set up shop in Tulsa, Oklahoma. The series has shot scenes in different locations in downtown Tulsa, including Center of the Universe, the Mayo Hotel, Boston Avenue, and Triangle Coffee Rosters. The film is also expected to shoot scenes in Oklahoma City and is set to premiere its first episode this year on Paramount.
Cherokee citizen Thaddeus Strasburger has been chosen to direct 2 nights of Salome for the Tulsa Opera. Salome is constructed by Richard Strauss and will note a performance from Julia Mintzer, who will be playing Salome. Strasburger will be the first Cherokee citizen ever to lead a production for the Tulsa Opera. He will also be both set and costume designer. He states, quote, "It is a great honor. For me, my roots are in Tulsa, in the Cherokee Nation. I grew up with the musical and performance traditions of both, and I wouldn't have my career and passion for creating performances without these formative influences," end quote.
For the first time in television history, The Simpsons will feature a deaf actor in American Sign Language. The episode will be titled The Sound of Bleeding Gums. The episode centers on Lisa Simpson, who finds out that her role model and favorite musician, Bleeding Gums Murphy, has a son who's deaf and needs a cochlear implant. The show's main writer told CNN that the show's producer has consulted 2 ASL specialists regarding the signs that characters make in the episode, and that they will be reviewed by a sign language specialist.
So have you seen Sylvester Stallone around town recently?
I haven't seen him around town, but I did get emails about the show a while back looking for extras to put in the background from Tulsa.
Yeah? How'd that go?
Sadly, I didn't make the cut, but
Dang.
you know, maybe next time. I'm sure one day I'll be in a movie with someone as famous as Sylvester Stallone.
Yeah, I was talking to my mailman, and when he was driving around, he saw Sylvester Stallone acting, so he stopped and watched him. And after a little bit, he was like, you know, it's really just him walking out, talking a little bit, and then once they cut, he walks off, comes back 10 minutes later. So I guess it's not that interesting.
It's just acting.
Yeah, I guess so. Have you gotten any other parts recently or applied for anything?
Nothing outside of TU. We do have the show here for TUTV, not TUTV, for TU Theater coming up April 21st through 24th. So we're excited for that.
What show is that?
We'll be doing Cabaret.
Ooh, who do you play?
Essentially the main villain. I don't want to give too much away. People will
Okay,
have to come and see it for the show.
Yeah, no spoilers.
No spoilers
We
here.
don't want to ruin it. And what time and date is that?
April 21st through 24th. The times that they're showing to come, but I think that's about all we've got time for. So,
Okay.
I'm
Awesome.
Jacob.
And I'm Sam. Thanks for watching.
Awesome. Yeah, speaking of villains, I recently have been playing Cuphead.
Oh, Cuphead.
Yeah,
How's that going?
it's pretty great. I found out they recently also made a TV show for the game, which is kind of cool.
It's kind of like the art style. It almost looks like it's like a cartoon already.
Oh,
Like
exactly.
It looks like the show came first and then the game. But
Yeah.
it's not the case.
It's not the case, yeah, which is a little bit surreal. Yeah, for those of you who don't know, Cuphead is it sounds like a sponsorship. Please sponsor us, Cuphead. It's a 2D platformer where you fight bosses, and it looks like a 1930s Mickey Mouse cartoon, even though it was made like 4 years ago. So
And it's very, very cute, and the soundtrack is just, it slaps,
Yeah.
but it is incredibly difficult.
Oh,
It is
yes.
infuriating. It is so infuriating.
yeah, it looks really cute. It's like live jazz music, but the fact that the difficulty is extremely high, and so you feel very mocked by these cute 1930s cartoons. Yeah.
Yeah.
But the TV show, I watched one episode, and yeah, it feels kind of like a modernish Tom and Jerry kind of thing. So yeah,
What's the show about? I mean, I know it's a Cuphead thing, but what's the storyline?
pretty much the same thing where the devil wants to steal people's souls.
Okay,
So,
so you did that.
yeah, I mean,
So that's what the game Cuphead is.
Yeah, that's the whole
devil trying
plot.
to steal souls. That kind of, so Dark Souls is another game that comes to mind. That you have
Yeah.
also, I think that you have also talked about this on TUTV before.
yeah, another hard game that involves souls.
There's a trend here.
Yeah.
Yeah. What does it say about you, Parker?
I think I want to steal people's souls.
Okay, that was not the answer I
No,
was
was that not
expecting.
it? Okay. Well, find out next time to find out next time.